Hello everybody. In this video, I am going to give an update on my portfolio and show you all of my positions. Let's get started. So right now my portfolio is worth $210,437.74. In the past year, I am up $80,552.97. Year to date, I am down $59,298.13. Today was a very green day for me. I was up $12,059.50 during the day. And then after hours, I am up $8,299.50. So up about $20,000 just from today. So I'm back above 200K again. In fact, I'm above 210K, which is nice to see. And I made a bunch of changes to my portfolio today. Let's talk about it. So I'm selling the SoFi $18 puts. These expire April 17. My return, $91. Now this one, I was selling the $15 put. However, because SoFi has gone up so much recently, I decided to change the strike price from $15 to $18. This way I gain a little bit more premium. What else for SoFi? SoFi, I'm also selling the SoFi $22 covered calls. These expire May 29. My return, I am down $795. Now, I was selling covered calls for SoFi before, but I think I had my strike price at $18.50. Well, I'm glad I changed it to $22 because right now SoFi is at $19.34. So it already went past $18.50 today. And I was able to change this to a higher strike price before it went above $18.50. So yeah, early on in the day, that's when I had changed the strike price for my covered calls on SoFi. So I'm happy about that. Although at this rate, who knows? Expiration is a month and a half out from now. What could happen in the next month and a half? I mean, at this rate, I might have to roll it out again. It's already above $19 per share, so it could easily go to $22 or above per share in the next month and a half. But we'll see. If it does go to $22, I'm gonna roll it out again, because I want to keep my shares of SoFi long term. Next up, actually, let's talk about the shares of SoFi, because I think someone suggested that I talk and focus on one stock at a time, including my options and the shares. So let's talk about SoFi, the actual stock. So SoFi right now is at $19.35. My average cost is $5.77. I have 5,300 shares. My return, $71,993.75. Next, let's talk about Verizon. This one I also changed. I'm selling the Verizon $45 puts. These expire April 24. My return, I am down $40. Now, I had a strike price of, I believe, 48. However, Verizon is one of the weird stocks that has actually not gone up a bunch recently. It's actually gone down recently. So I actually lowered the strike price from $48 to $45. Right now, Verizon is at $45.02. I don't own any shares of Verizon. I only am selling the puts, the $45 puts. But yeah, it's pretty much at $45, and my strike price for my cash secured puts that I'm selling is at $45 as well. So we'll see what happens. Next up, we got Google. I am selling Google $330 covered calls. These expire April 27. My return, I am down $1,048. And Before, I was selling the $310 Google covered calls. However, I decided to increase the strike price to $330 because Google has gone up quite a bit recently. It's at $338 right now. Google is at $338.78. My average cost, $306.59. I have 400 shares. My return, $12,878. Yeah, I decided to increase the strike price to gain some more premium. Even though it is like $330 is still below the current price of $338. So if Google actually does stay at $338 or anywhere above $330, then at expiration, the shares will get called away. But things change all the time, and I can change my position again too, so who knows. Today is the 15th, and I chose an expiration date of the 27th, so 12 more days to go on this one. Although, depending on what happens, I might roll it out again, so we'll see what happens. Next up, we got Amazon. I am selling the Amazon $235 covered calls. These expire April 29. My return, I am down $520. So this was something that I did recently. And as for the shares of Amazon, Amazon is at $248.79. My average cost, $247.40. I have 400 shares. My return, $558. Next, let's talk about Robinhood. I'm selling Robinhood $100 covered calls. These expire May 29. My return, I am down $1,700. Before, I was selling the Robinhood $82 covered calls. However, I'm happy that I increased it to $100 because Robinhood went up a lot today. It went up 10.49% during the day, and then another 2.5% overnight. So, I mean, in the morning it was like below, it was like a 82 something, but throughout the day it kept on going up and up. So, I'm glad I increased the strike price to $100. So this gives me some more room for Robinhood to go up. Although, again, the same situation as SoFi. At this rate, it's already at $89.59, so close to $90 pretty much. And this could easily go to $100 or more in the next 1.5 months. So, again, I might have to change things up again if it actually reaches $100 soon. We'll see. This is the danger of covered calls, in that when you choose a strike price and then the stock just explodes upwards past your strike price, you end up missing out on some money. I guess not necessarily losing money because you still made a profit anyways, but missing out on money. Because if you had not had those covered calls, then you would have actually made more money if you had not had those covered calls. So this is one of those situations that shows the downside of covered calls. You know, when stocks go up too much too quickly, I miss out on money. And that's it for all my positions. I already went through the other SoFi covered calls, so that's pretty much it. Yeah, things have been changing rapidly lately. I mean, in the past month, it's been crazy. All right, I'm gonna keep a close eye on things, and today was huge. I had to make a whole bunch of changes in my portfolio. Had to change a lot of expiration dates and strike prices to adjust to the changing conditions. Yeah, it's crazy. And I added a whole bunch of money to my portfolio too, so that I have more Buying power, more money to work with, as well as keeping my margin buffer to a healthy amount. Speaking of, let's go over my margin stats. My buying power is $252,265.96. And I did get an explanation for why it shows zero cash. So this refers to the fact that I have put all my money to work. Like, I don't have any money just sitting around. I don't have any like uninvested capital, right? I put all my money to work. So I spent all my money buying shares and also selling covered calls against them. So I don't have money that I just have sitting around doing nothing. You know, I put all my money to work. So that's why it shows zero cash. At least that's how I understand it now. As for my margin buffer is 26.95%. My margin buffer indicates how close I am to a margin call. The higher my buffer percentage, the lower my risk of getting a margin call. So at 26%, I feel like I'm okay from, I don't have to worry about getting a margin call at the moment. As for how much margin I'm using, my margin used is $283,545.26. My annual interest rate is 4.50%. The daily interest that I'm paying is $23.25, although I made a bunch of changes today, so these numbers might be different soon. And I'm using $1,000 of margin interest-free. I think that's pretty much all I have to talk about. I do have one position that expires this Friday. I used to have more, but I changed the expiration date. So just this SoFi $18 put expires 2 days from now. So, what's going to happen if SoFi stays at the price it is right now, above $18? Well, I'm just going to collect my premium. How much money is that? I made $91 already for my return, and I have $91 of market value left to go. So total of $182 if SoFi stays above $18 per share at expiration, which it might. I think it has a good chance of staying above $18 on Friday. We'll see. Gosh, SoFi has gone up a lot. Robinhood has gone up a lot. Unfortunately, Verizon has gone down over time. But that's after it already has exploded upwards recently. Trying to be a little bit careful about this. Yeah. So Verizon was around $39 and then went all the way up to over $50. Now it's slowly going back down again. Yeah. But it's not a huge part of my portfolio, thank goodness. The bigger parts of my portfolio are actually going up, so I'm happy about that. Alright, I'm going to continue to make more videos when I make, big changes in my portfolio like this. And I'll just keep on making more videos in general, just keeping you guys updated on where my portfolio value is at and what my positions are. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. If you guys like this type of content, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll keep on making more of these videos. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.